How did your father's case change the life of you and your family?
It's been a rough going for the whole family. The trial of my father, how they withheld evidence, corroborated witnesses, withheld evidence, falsified the ballistics. It's been pretty rough, especially on my father, being incarcerated all these years for something he didn't do. It's been pretty rough. I mean, for the first 20 years, when they extradited him from Canada, as a little kid, 10-year-old kid, I remember the FBI following me around. And I remember they were searching everybody as we went into the courtroom. And I remember the FBI that were following me around that day, one of the agents that came into the searching room and told the sheriff in there that he would take this one, which was me when I was 10 years old. And he had me up against the wall searching me, and he twisted my arm behind my back and told me that my murdering dad would never walk free. And that scared me quite a bit when I was just a little kid. I was only 10 years old. And it kind of dramatized me quite a bit. You know, a 10-year-old kid getting strong-armed by a FBI agent was pretty affecting. It scared me a lot. For a lot of years, I was scared and worried because of in the first 20 years, a lot of police and a lot of DAs and stuff always wanted to lock me up because of my father.
Your father has been in prison for 47 years. Why were his paros rejected despite he claims innocence? Do you think his identity as a Native American is one of the factors?
The government has been, for 500 years, trying to terminate, genocide the Native Americans for land, resources. They want it all. They weren't just happy with a little bit of the land. They just wanted it all, and so they've went and tried to exterminate my people by chicken pox and measles, and they killed all the buffalo. They said the buffalo was affecting the trains that they were building through the country at the time. So that was just a technique of war to terminate my people, genocide them, because in history they don't acknowledge a lot of the wars that my people have actually won. The only one that they really talk about was the one with General Custer, where General Custer got killed. But actually, indigenous people from America had won many awards. So we were a big threat to their stealing of the land. And people don't realize today they still don't honor treaties. Leonard falls under the 1980 federal guidelines laws, and which says that the years he's been in there, he's supposed to be eligible for release. His health issues and stuff, he's supposed to be eligible for release, but they still don't want to honor any of that. So yeah, a lot of this, living with a lot of this injustice for so many years is pretty disappointing. And America says land of the free. Well, that's only for chosen ones. There are so many innocent people in prison that shouldn't be there. I don't know how they could brag about the land of the free and innocent until proven guilty. That ain't true. Nowadays in America, I always say that we used to call it white privilege. If you were white, and it still happens like that today, that if you were white, you got less sentence than a black man or a native man. But today, I believe there's no more white privilege. It's how much money you have. How much money you have can buy you out of anything. So that's America today.
Your father's case mirrors the struggles and mistreatment facing the indigenous people in the U.S. Do you think this issue will ever be addressed by the U.S. government?
I think the U.S. government will be happy until they have all the land from the natives. I worry about my people that lived on the reservations all their lives. My grandma moved off the reservation in the 60s, early 60s, because of the boarding schools. She didn't want a lot of their kids going through the stuff her and her sisters went through, the torture, the not being able to pray and go about our culture, which we have had for thousands of years before the white man showed up. That was taken away from us, and we didn't really get that back till the 70s. And then a lot of my people in between that time would have to hide and sneak and pray and practice our culture, hiding about it because it was bad. They were worried they'd end up in prison and stuff, but a lot of my people still did it that way because that's our culture, and we never wanted to lose our culture.
The U.S. often accuses other countries like China of genocide against the ethnic groups. Why do you think the U.S. does not reckon with its own genocide against the Native Americans?
That's pretty hypocritical. Why they want to accuse everybody else of that when they haven't even recognized what they did to my people. They always say you got to clean out your own closet before you go looking around in somebody else's closet. And they have never admitted what they have done to our people. I've seen a while back here, one of the politicians that wrote up an apology, but it wasn't much of an apology. They should be taking care of a lot of the treaties. They should be honoring some of the contracts, the treaties that they had with Native American, Indigenous Americans before they go looking around in anybody else's closet.